the biggest, the hit movie, 8 years in the waiting. We have just seen The Flash.
The Flash, guys. Yo.
Holy crap, guys. Jacob pissed himself in excitement.
I did, yeah.
I couldn't hold it in, guys.
Dude.
I couldn't hold it in. We just got done seeing this movie. We're going to go through it. Let's just go through the movie.
So, guys, speed around, build up a pillow fort, turn on our review, and then speed around and take apart the pillow fort, like the movie.
Guys, for the ultimate interactive experience, if you could run while you listen to this review.
Dude, what was even the music in the beginning where he's like, when he's like running, you know, initially.
Oh,
after the title of the music was like funny. I don't know.
like the funky music, dude.
Okay. So how do we dissect this movie? Okay, overall.
Let's just jump into it. Okay, first off, what did you expect going into? How did you think that you were
I expected it to be way worse.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I went into this thinking that this was going to be
trash.
Some garbage.
yeah.
Not to hate any of you Flash lovers out there. I like Flash as much as the next person. I like, if I want to get around in Lego Gotham, I'm picking Flash. You know, he's the go-to.
He is a go-to.
Yeah. I'm more of a Quicksilver guy. No, I'm just kidding.
You like said no one ever like you.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm the sole member in the Quicksilver fan club, dude.
Okay, so I'm kind of disappointed in the main three heroes was Batman, Supergirl, Flash. I was really hoping there's a fourth or something like that.
Oh,
you know?
like a surprise little intro.
Like,
so Wonder Woman shows up. I thought that was going to be like...
Yeah, she did show up
in there,
dude. And then the lasso of truth, and Batman's like, "Oh, I'm dressed up because of my parents dying, and it messed with my ego. I have a big ego. Oh my gosh, I'm touching the lasso of truth. That was cool.
So stupid.
I hated it. Yeah. But okay, initially the movie comes off as funny, and it also does this like thing where it's funny and bizarre humor.
Yeah.
Like babies falling from a skyscraper. Barry being struck by lightning, his tooth falling out of his mouth into his other alternate timeline Flash's mouth, where his tooth pops out and falls in his mouth. There's like teeth falling everywhere. It's like, what?
Yeah.
It's funny though, kind of, but also like,
it's sort of like the funny haha random, I guess.
Yeah.
Typical Rick and Morty watchers. We learned in the first Justice League movie.
Dude,
Remember, he was watching some Rick and Morty.
Yeah, Zack Snyder cut, right?
But dude, you already know.
Oh yeah.
But let's just go through a little bit of the story. I think that the first 30 minutes of this film is perfect.
I agree.
Perfect.
Act 1 is good. It's
Act
really
1
good.
is so glorious.
Yeah, I agree. Yep.
Everything from the they debate you with the title card.
Yeah. I thought that part's funny.
Yeah, I thought that was really funny.
Yep.
Like he's about to start running, and then the Flash logo begins to pop up, and then these girls come over, and they're like, hey, and then it like interrupts it.
Yep.
And he's like, can you throw me a candy bar? And then he starts to run again because Bruce called him.
Yep.
And then the candy bar like gets thrown at him. It's quirky.
It hits him in the head, and it's funny.
Yeah. And I want to make one thing clear.
Yeah.
I'm by no means against humor. I love humor in my movies. Nothing wrong with it.
Oh yeah.
But there were definitely a few moments in this film where I kind of like, not physically, but I kind of rolled my eyes in the back of my head where I was like, oh, it's kind of stupid.
Yeah.
But the humor was pretty decent throughout.
Yeah, speaking of humor, there's like an apartment scene where a guy has like a tattoo of a guy. Was someone in our audience like, ew?
Yeah, yeah. This guy like lifts up his leg and this guy going, ew.
Yeah, that's funny. But yeah. The funny part is like Ezra Miller. He's playing Barry Allen, who's famously the funny Justice League character, right? I mean, he's comedic relief kind of almost.
He's the Spider-Man of the Justice League.
Yeah.
He's the quirky kid who doesn't know what he's doing.
Yeah,
that sort of thing.
Yeah,
so.
And Ezra Miller got that across. It's just like okay, Ezra Miller meets his younger self, and he's like super cringy. But what'd you think of the younger self going like like that? Like sometimes that was annoying.
Oh yeah, no, definitely.
Yep. Yeah. You know, honestly,
in terms of Ezra Miller, as an actor,
I'm trying to figure out how to approach that. Yeah.
I genuinely think he was probably the best actor in the film.
Okay. Yep.
Like I don't like Ezra Miller like as a person, obviously.
No, yeah.
But I thought he did a really good job for. I mean,
yeah, it was a big part. You had to do 2 different roles.
to play yourself like 2 different times with different ish personalities.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, it's impressive.
It's impressive. Yeah.
Yeah. Like it's a lot harder to do.
Yeah.
When it comes to projects like this. Because, I mean, I wonder how they did it. Like, they probably just had, like, a body double there, I would imagine, that would, like, read off the lines that he would do later on.
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, I'll do these lines. And later on, we'll swap spots, and then I'll do those lines. Yeah. Something like that. So I thought that was pretty good overall.
Yeah.
I mean, would you agree? Do you think that he was...
Yeah, I thought Ezra Miller did good, yeah. I mean...
There were definitely some bad parts where I was like, okay.
Yeah, there's some weird parts, but maybe that's just the writing. Because, like, when he's like, I love you, Mom, it's like, okay.
Dude, absolutely.
Like,
absolutely.
The first time he shouldn't have been like that. But anyway, whatever.
Yeah. Dude, not to, like, skip all the way to the end.
Yeah.
But I want to talk about the part where, he goes back to, like, fix things. And he goes up to his mom and, like, talks to her or whatever. That part was definitely kind of weird.
Dude. Yeah, it was weird. She like hugged him because he's having a bad day. I'm like, dude,
yeah, like I don't know. Okay, like I'm not a mom, right?
Yeah.
But like, let's say that I'm a mom in a grocery store and I see this hooded figure.
Yeah, Ezra Miller.
I see Ezra Miller in a hood coming up to me. It's like, oh, sorry, I really like that cereal. I wouldn't be like, yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Like that, yeah.
Right?
yeah.
I'd be like,
yeah, same, yeah.
Like, she was definitely, I mean, you could say that, like, oh, maybe she saw her son, like, in him or something. But I don't know. It was still weird.
Yeah,
to me.
It's weird. Yeah, no. And, all right, now to bring it back to the beginning. We're done with that.
Yeah, no, we can go back to the beginning.
Now I'm going to hyper-focus on my own point.
Yep.
All right. The whole bit is Flash needs a sandwich. The guy makes it slow, and then the Flash has to go on a mission. So he goes to the bathroom, does a mission, which is like 10 minutes.
Yep.
And he's constantly like not in the Speed Force, like looking around, and like, and then he comes back in the bathroom, and the sandwich is like, boom, hey, here you go. I'm like,
was that fast enough for you?
Yeah, he's like all sassy. I'm like, dude, that's not how that works, really. Though he did a whole, he did a Justice League mission. In that time, like, it's not like, I saved the world and go back to my sandwich shop. It's like he was like, I don't know, dude.
You know what?
Yeah.
I think what would have made that better now that you say that.
Yeah.
Okay, I get it because you want to throw it in. I do like.
I do like it. I like it.
Right, I like
concept.
this segment. Yeah. But it doesn't make sense. What I like is how they're still like, hey, we haven't forgotten about the Justice League. They're still there. Because I thought at this point they had kind of like retconned the Justice League. They're like, don't even worry about that. Don't even worry about it.
Yeah.
But it was cool that they were like, oh, they're still there. Superman's over there doing something.
Yep.
Batman's over here. Wonder Woman's over there. Cyborg's off doing something. Aquaman's drunken at the end of the movie.
Green Lantern doesn't exist.
Who?
Roy Harper, what?
Who? What?
No, that's not Roy Harper. What's his name?
Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan. Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Who? What?
Yeah.
Didn't hear you.
What?
But I think what they should have done is, let's say he's waiting for his sandwich, and then he goes into the bathroom and changes. But he doesn't have super hearing.
Well,
but I'm just thinking like maybe he like zips around, it plays some freaking 90s song, and it's just him doing like little things.
Well,
like,
if he was in
there's a cat in a tree and he saves a cat.
Yeah, exactly.
There's a kid's bike gets stolen, he saves that. Just does a bunch of like little things here and there. Zips back, like, sandwich is done.
Yeah, I can deal with him like zipping, punching a guy in the face, going thank you, and then he like runs back.
Right.
Not like save 10 babies falling.
Right.
Yeah.
And like you said, he wasn't even using the Speed Force the whole time. Like at one point, he
complains to Alfred several times. Yeah.
Yeah, he complains to Alfred. He was like hanging off of trying to help this one. Trying to help Batman up at one point. And there was one point.
I think it was just a dude, not Batman. But yeah, he did leave the. There's a sinkhole, and then he's like, all right, bye. And he like helped the guy get a handhold.
Yeah, exactly. But like the part where he's like doing the water pipe stuff.
Oh yeah.
I thought he was gonna go like
Yeah.
But he's just like, let me just put this over here, put this over here.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is not a Flash move.
Yeah.
Like, my boy's wasting time.
Dude, yeah.
See, if I was Flash, I'd be stressed, and I'd be like, bro, my sandwich is probably done by now.
Yeah.
Probably just threw it out. Guy just ate my sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, Act 1 was awesome. Act 2, it goes into the past. Like, oh, Flash's mom died, and his dad got the blame for the murder.
Yeah, we learned a little bit more about the dad.
Was it wrongfully though? I don't know. We never really.
Dude, okay, this is what pissed me off because it's like the mom and dad have a cute little moment. And then she's like, "Go get the tomatoes," and he's like, "Okay." Then the kid goes upstairs, comes back downstairs.
There's a
dad
knife,
comes home,
like literally perfectly right here, sticking out. Like, oh, like,
yeah, dude. And like the dumbest moment. Like, this dad's an idiot. He sees maybe he's in shock, whatever.
Yeah.
But he sees the knife in his wife's chest. What's the first thing he does?
Does he pull
Let
it?
me touch it.
Dude,
Bro, you idiot.
It's like blood loss. Oh my god.
Yeah, he's like,
have you seen like the bag where you puncture a bag full of water and then you keep the thing in there? Yeah, and then you pull it out.
Like stays. Yeah. But he's like touching. He's like, go call 911.
And then Barry runs out the house. Call 911. Yeah.
You dumbass.
Yeah.
Bro, like, of course you're going to get caught for that.
Yeah.
And, like, here's the thing. I don't know how it is in the comics, but, like, he goes back in time, right? He's like, the whole reason that my dad was blamed was because, like, this wouldn't have happened if he didn't have to go get the tomatoes.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. So I thought what was going to happen is that he was going to go back in time and, like, stop whoever killed his mom.
Yeah.
But we don't do that. He goes back in time and he's like, oh, I'll put the tomatoes in her cart. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. No problem with that.
Yeah,
sure,
yeah.
whatever. And then he goes home and then he starts going through the timeline. And then it shows like, oh, his 10th birthday, his 15th birthday, his 18th birthday. And his
initially, I thought that
time.
room was cool, by the way, too. But then I'm like, no, CGI ruined it.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Like I actually did like the whole like oh, you can see events as they're coming. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, because I was expecting like him running and then events passing like this, you know?
Right.
Instead, it's like a weird circle room. But
it was unique.
Yeah,
it was unique.
Yeah, the concept was good. Execution wise, failed.
Exactly.
CGI sucked. Yeah.
100%, dude.
Yep.
So you have that, and then he gets to the future. See, I thought what was going to happen.
Yep.
Is like they would explain more on how she died. So because the dad was home, the guy just didn't show up to kill her.
Yeah,
or like that was never really explained. I mean,
True.
I know I'm nitpicking a little
I think
bit
they
here,
did mention like he thought no one was home. The car was gone. I think that's what they said.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Okay, I must have missed that then.
It's it's a long movie.
Yeah. Well, I just thought maybe it would have been a little bit better if like okay, the Kid Flash goes downstairs and there's like a dude running off. So that way you can see some like because it does look weird when it's just like, okay, I'm gonna go upstairs now. Oh, I think I forgot my wallet downstairs. What the? And there's like just a kitchen knife in her chest. He's like, call 911. I'm like, what the hell?
Dude, yeah.
Whoa.
And there was also, all right, so then he meets his younger self. He doesn't explain he's from an alternate universe where his mom and dad died, or mom died.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to lean more into like the younger Flash going, I'm not going to a world where my mom dies. F you. But that never really became like a drama moment between them, really.
Wait, you mean like
okay, so
when
younger,
he realizes that the older one's mother died?
Yeah, because like he's like, okay, I guess the younger one, he was mature in the end. He's like, we need to kill our mom. But dude, like if I was the younger Flash, I don't know. I was just expecting more of a conflict there.
Yeah.
When he kind of like he resisted a little bit, and he's like, all right, we'll kill our mom. I'm like, all right, whatever.
Like,
in the end,
right,
he's like, I'm gonna actually sacrifice myself to protect you.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. It's just like, it's just kind of out of nowhere.
It was just a weird way of doing it.
Like, okay, because how? All right, we're skipping to the end talk, I guess.
Yeah.
Which we'll get this over with now. But all right, there's that purple evil dude who could have been Reverse Flash like easily.
Yeah.
It turns out Barry is in a like time loop or almost a time loop where he can't save Batman or Supergirl.
And
from
this
Todd.
was the younger Flash that kept doing that, right? Yeah, because he was getting the
Flash.
abilities and all that.
Yeah. So
actually, I'm sorry. Can I mention something real quick that I thought didn't make any sense at all?
Yep.
Okay, so we're at the end of the movie, right? And basically we realized that Flash can't do anything. No matter what he does, he can't save Batman and Supergirl from dying. One, I think that's a load of bullshit because, like, if I was there, dude, I feel like, because based off of how old he is, it's been like 50 years. 50 years of trying again and again and again and again and again. If I was there, I'd be like, okay, I'm gonna go back even further. I'm gonna like just literally take Batman and Supergirl and just run.
Yeah.
Like, Zod isn't faster than me.
No.
Like, bro, I'm gonna just book it.
Yeah.
Like, what are you talking about? So I can do that, but here's the thing.
Yeah.
Then Batman basically tells him at one point, and it's alluded to, that you can't change that past because it has to happen.
Yep. It's a canon event.
If you will.
Yeah.
So why then was he able to save his mom?
Yeah. And then
but
like
he can't
20
save
years
Batman?
passed or whatever. Yeah,
right.
Yeah.
Like, so he can save his mom just by putting some tomatoes in a basket, but he can't save Batman and Supergirl no matter what happens? Like that made no sense to me.
Yeah.
It's like you're breaking your own rules. Like, or no, you're literally making a rule halfway through that doesn't make sense for the first hour.
Yeah. It's true.
To me, that just didn't make any sense.
No, yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
It's just so, it's like weird plot contrivance. Is that what it's called? I don't know.
Something like that.
It's just messed up. Yeah. And I don't know. The point I was making was really complicated, but I thought younger Barry was just persuaded super fast. Like, if there's a purple dude who spent 50 years trying to find a solution, wasn't younger Flash on that path as well? Like, why did he get persuaded? Like, I thought he was, whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a freaking mind timeline thing.
Dude, exactly.
Yeah.
See, I think the movie's great until it goes into the whole timeline thing.
Yeah.
Because then everything starts overlapping on itself and things just don't make any sense anymore.
The animated movie was like, bam, you're in the other world, bam, you're back. It wasn't like, like treadmilling through time.
Dude,
and all
exactly.
That. Yeah.
And when younger Flash died, I was like, oh no, now older Flash will die. And then he doesn't die.
Yeah.
And I'm like, okay, so they're not connected.
Yeah. Okay.
So these universes can exist at the same time or they can't. And then they have this whole Marvel thing where it's like the universes are colliding. So we see like Christopher Reeve's Superman. We see like Nicolas Cage Superman.
And after seeing Spider-Verse, man, it's just like the multiverse does not hit in this movie.
Dude,
I'm not excited.
It doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah.
Like they do this thing. Their explanation for the multiverse is, okay, it's like a noodle. Where So, okay.
The fact that we say canon event during this review is like...
it speaks a lot.
Yeah.
Like, okay, do you remember how it's explained in Endgame? Which I thought was a pretty good explanation.
No, I don't.
So basically, the way that it's explained is you have one line, and if you go back in time to a certain point on the line and you change something, there's now two different realities.
Okay, yep.
One where that thing wasn't taken and one where it was.
I remember that, yeah.
So, and then in Spider-Verse, it's like a similar thing. In this one, it makes no sense. So basically, if you go back in time and change something, it says, oh, the past was also changed. Like the past from that point is also changed. So that's how it's explained. Like, oh, Batman's story is different because you changed the tomatoes. Because you put tomatoes in a cart. Yeah. Now it's Michael Keaton.
Yeah, true.
What?
Yeah, and then they're like, worlds are colliding. And then it's like two plants collide.
Yeah,
it's
and
like,
then the other random ass marbles are like kind of there too. And so I'm like, okay, well, so those are different dimensions. Did Barry, when he initially went back in time and changed it, did that create a second marble?
Yeah.
Or
but
did
then
it just
the original? Yeah.
Right. Or did he just like merge two marbles?
Yeah.
Because now they both exist in the same time. Yeah. And then when he goes back, George Clooney, the worst Batman is Batman.
Yeah. Dude,
is that a third marble?
Dude, it's just especially after seeing Spider-Verse, I was just kind of reading comments about Miguel's character. Yeah. And then people are like, I'm so happy they took our Miguel from the comics and he's acting exactly how he would in the comics. Here, I'm like, I see like all these different Batman and Superman, and they just stand there and then just kind of like
they don't do anything. All they
nothing.
do is just look.
No, yeah, there's zero. It's just like fan service by just looking in. But when you actually like look at it, it's like you inspect it a little bit. It's empty, soulless.
And again, let's compare it to another multiverse movie.
Yeah.
No Way Home. Yeah,
dude.
The other Spider-Man joining in, they were like an integral part of the movie.
Yeah.
When Nicolas Cage Superman pops up, it's not whoa. It's what?
And do they not think the other Batman and Superman of the alternate worlds would also be invested in their world dying and helping out? I feel
like I was expecting we're gonna get some like crossing over, and now they're all some big old big fights or whatever. But no, they kind of just look over into these opening marbles, and like the universe is collapsing, and they're like, cool.
It's like the Lego Death Star set is really random. But it's like a Death Star set where like it's like a floor, each floor is open. And just picture of like globe where like you can look in with no walls. It actually And then like there's 3 Lego figures there. It's not Legos. 3 Lego figures, and it's just kind of repeated on each floor, and it's like bad. It's bad. It's not good.
Oh man. And dude, the fact that the director gave this such a bullshit response. I didn't think the CGI was that bad, but there were definitely, like, especially those time segments. Dude, I was like, that.
Wasn't the sound design weird too, kind of?
Yeah, and the sound design was all weird and off.
The times segment, it had them going, "I'm gonna kill you," instead of like, "I'm gonna kill you." It's not like talking. It's just like selective. Oh, look at the baby. Hear the baby crying. All right, now look at this scene. It's like, what?
It's like whatever he's looking at. It's like, oh man.
Yeah. But all right, we should talk more about second act. So they get Batman. Yep. Batman. All right, the action scene here was fun. It's like Batman took on the Flash, and then
scene was
normal
fun.
guy.
I like how he was retired and all that. Makes sense.
How did he know that one Flash Ezra Miller wanted to eat? He made spaghetti for himself. How do you know that guy wanted to eat?
I don't know.
Yeah, like he's like you need it. He's like, you need it more than me. I'm like, okay. How does he know that?
Like why?
I guess
why
he's
does
Batman. He knows everything.
Like we know as the audience that he needs calories because it's like fuel.
Yeah.
But he doesn't know that. He doesn't know who the Flash is at all.
Yeah, the Flash just got powers. Yeah. So yeah, that's a little weird to me. But
right.
Then they go. By the way, there's a love interest in this movie.
Oh, the most useless, random thing. First off, she's like a absolute prick to him in the first part. Like she's literally like oh yeah, so I heard about your dad. So do you think he's innocent?
Yeah.
Like, bro, you asshole.
Dude.
Like freaking
Yeah, don't ask me about my dad.
Like freaking get the frick out of here. And then at the end, she's like, maybe you should ask me on a date. I'm like, in what world?
Yeah. The whole time I was just like, oh man, I'm single. Younger than me as a girlfriend? Oh no. It's just like,
you gotta be freaking kidding me.
Yeah, it's like, bro, we don't need this.
Yeah.
So Michael Keaton Batman, I guess he's cool. I mean, he says the line and it's kind of cringy. Dude, like,
want to get nuts?
All right,
let's get
remind
nuts.
me, did Tobey Maguire ever go pizza time? Did he ever do that? Like,
no. The only fan service line was when Green Goblin. I suddenly forgot what's the actor's name.
Oh God,
his name.
I don't know either. Wait,
Osborne.
William Osborne.
Willem Dafoe.
William Dafoe. hey, we got
Willem.
Oh, it's Willem.
Kirsten Dunst. It's Kirsten.
That's a good impression, Mom.
Yeah.
Willem.
Really like William Dafoe.
Willem Dafoe. But please tell me William Osborne is Green Goblin's son.
Yo.
That's Norm Osborn. Wait.
Norman Osborn.
Norman Osborn.
Yep. Is when he says the line, and the line fits. Is they're talking about like making some techie stuff. And he's like, well, I'm something of a scientist myself. That's like a memed online.
Yeah.
But it makes sense for the scene.
Yeah, and like it didn't have like this hype where like it goes to the prison, zooms in on his face, and then like pauses. Well, I'm suddenly a scientist myself. Dun, dun.
Right.
This one, it's like, you want to get nuts? Let's get nuts.
You want to get
like,
nuts?
And then
let's get nuts.
Yeah, bro. When we went with a friend who's like, "That's a deep cut. That's cool." I'm like, "It's not cool." They showed me it 3 times.
It's not a deep cut at all. No, it's the most obvious. Like, all right, and cue the nostalgia line.
Yeah.
Zoom in, keep zooming, and now cue laugh. Okay, we got it.
Dude, it's fine. And then like he's like, "I'm Batman." He's like, "Yeah, I'm Batman." I'm like, "Dude, just say." Oh my god!
Just say I'm Batman. Like obviously, you got to have the "I'm Batman" line. That's in every Batman movie. Sure,
I'll accept that. Sure, yep.
But I'm Batman.
Dude, and then the Ezra Miller younger one's like, "Oh," and he passes out because he's okay. Are you passing out to? Okay. You're in a mansion.
Okay,
and you go underneath. You're in the Batcave.
Yep.
Now, the owner of the mansion comes down and reveals he's Batman. Are you passing out in shock from that?
Well, I've already discovered that he is Batman.
Yeah.
So, like, I'd freak out a little bit then, but once he reveals that he's Batman, I'm like, yeah, I mean, I'm looking at all.
Yeah,
that's cool. That's cool as hell, dude.
Yeah,
I mean,
good for you.
Dude,
Yeah,
congrats.
Yeah,
I mean, that's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, I guess. So basically, Flash needs his powers. Oh, wait, no, they need to see Supergirl. I'm getting
mixed up. So they go to get Supergirl, and then they go to get Superman.
Yep.
Then they realize that it's Supergirl. So another little difference in the multiverse. Another thing that doesn't make sense. I mean, okay, Supergirl existing, that makes sense. That's fine. But it's the fact that it's like, oh, something changed because of what he did in the past. But then later on, it's like, nope, you can't change the past. It's like, changing the rules.
Yeah. And I don't know, man. Act 1, awesome.
Yeah.
Act 2, when they go in that like base, I just like it wasn't hype.
Dude, I know. Like
there's bugs crawling over me.
But I get what you mean though. Like, I was a little sleepy during the film. I will admit.
You did fall asleep like 3 different times, I think. Yeah. You're close.
But this was like first scene, fully awake. Last scene, a little bit more awake.
Yeah.
But this one, I was like,
dude, like, I don't know. It's just like they show up in the Batwing, whatever it's called, backwater. I'm gonna get
the Batwing.
I'm gonna get destroyed in the comments for that. But like I saw in the trailer, they didn't really do anything hype. The only hype thing was Batman could drive, and then the whole thing spun behind him.
Yeah.
All right, so they travel to the place. Okay, they jump without a parachute. Yeah, I saw that in the trailer.
Like, cool.
They land there. Batman's gone. That's cool. He always does that.
Yeah.
And then the Flash is getting in trouble. Then Batman shows up and saves the day by knocking out everybody. That part's cool.
Right.
Then they find Supergirl. She's locked up. Whoa, what the heck? Then they bring her up. She's in the sun. Then she defeats everyone. It's just like very like, I know they're gonna get her and leave. It's
right.
Like,
yeah. The action in itself, I do enjoy.
Yeah.
The action's really
true.
good.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
But all of the substance around that isn't enough to make me care.
Yeah. Yep. Agreed. Yeah. And like, I don't know. It's just like them fighting Supergirl. It's almost like Batman didn't even know who she was or care. He was just like, all right, we got your. I don't know.
All right, we're good.
Yeah.
There's just not care for that. There's not that much care for explanation because the movie's main goal is like, all right, get to the next point. To the next point. To the next point. Yeah.
And then I feel like what's a good example from like a better movie where they get an ally to help them out, and then like it's interesting actually. I don't know. This one just seems generic, and it didn't surprise me in any way.
No, 100%.
I want to be on the edge of my you know that saying where like if you know the plan, it'll go bad, but if you don't know their plan, you just like watch as they execute it.
Yeah, exactly. Like for
this
a movie
plan sucked,
that's full of like different twists and turns, nothing surprised me.
Yeah, true. Yep.
Absolutely nothing.
Dude, I'm just saying, like in the animated movie. If you pop that ring in the alternate world and it was yellow, wouldn't that surprise you?
Right, exactly. Yeah. There could have been so many moments where I was blown away, but I just wasn't. And then they do the stupid bullshit that literally every team up movie of all time does.
Yeah.
Where one member is like, no, I don't want to.
Dude, yeah.
And then she goes away. I'm like, she'll come back.
Yeah, and they're like not that they're not friends at all. They're just
they're not friends. They're just like co-workers.
Yeah. I don't even know if Supergirl realized the fate of the world was happening, or did she? I don't even know. She kind of just recognized
Zod.
Yeah.
And that was it. So
Zod shows up.
Yeah, Zod shows up, and then they do the big final look, and they're like, all right, this is it. This is all we got.
Zod stares at her. She goes, no. And I guess she left.
Yeah.
Like, wouldn't Superman be helping all those army guys not get destroyed by Zod?
100%. Yeah.
Yeah. They could have done it way better where, like, Zod defeats her, and then they have to, then that would be the end of the movie. But, like, I don't know. It's just, I don't know.
There are just so many different things they could have done. But with that, I think we got to talk about the big final fight, dude.
Okay. Yeah. Yep.
Okay. I got a lot to say about this final fight.
Yeah.
So, big empty desert field.
Yes.
Batman kills himself.
Yep. Infinite amount of troops coming out of nowhere.
Infinite amount of troops. Forgettable side villains.
Yeah, side villains are shafted here.
Supergirl is the weakest thing alive. And does the dumbest things. Young Flash goes a little crazy and becomes a purple guy.
Yes. So the young Flash. All right. Well, for one, Batman died by suicide bombing into a shielded ship. That's stupid.
Dude, like he shoots it. He sees that it's shielded, and then it shoots back at him. His wings on fire. What do you do? Remember, he can't eject. Can't eject because it's coincidentally stuck.
Oh yeah.
So,
coincidentally.
Then he's like, okay, well, I'll just kill myself now.
So
then he just flies back into the same ship. It's still shielded.
Yeah.
So nothing happens.
Yep. And dude, and then like they all right, whatever. We'll get to it. But then Supergirl like kind of defeats Zod, and then he just takes a spike out and it instantly KOs her.
Dude, like immediate KO. Like it's not kryptonite. It's just it's like a little steak knife.
Yeah.
He just goes shink. But going up to that, Supergirl is so dumb.
Yeah.
She smashes him into like the side of his ship, and he's stuck there like a Looney Tunes character. And then she's like, oh hey, his arm, beep boop beep boop beep, and then she gets stabbed.
Dude, yeah.
I'm like bro, finish the job.
Yeah. And is he wearing a helmet because he'll die if he's exposed to air violence? She just like flip the helmet or something.
Literally just do Toy Story. Just click the button.
Yeah. And all right, so at some point around that battle, I guess it's like 2 minutes till Batman and Supergirl die. That's when the forever loop started. It's unclear. Did they show up then the loop starts? Like kind of like that. When you think about that, it's just complicated,
Yeah,
because Michael Keaton. Okay, so anyway, whatever. I'm giving myself. Batman and Supergirl die. Flash ends up rewinding time. He did some moves too. It's cool. We're faster than Kryptonians. That's cool. Then they rewind time. Then Batman dies again. He's like, I think you've done this several other times. I'm like, all right, how does he know that?
Right.
And
how does he know?
Wants to be more dynamic or cool. If the first time they fight Zod, Batman goes like, I'm getting these weird readings from my bat computer. I think I'm gonna die in this battle. If that happens, blah blah blah. Just keep going on.
A little bit of like foreshadowing or something like that. Maybe the older one understands and the younger one's like, that's not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Show some difference between the two.
Instead, it's just he randomly knows that he's in a loop.
It's just like out of nowhere.
And Supergirl doesn't. Wait, what?
Bro, it's like he's awesome. He's like, damn, I feel some weird shit right now.
They're like, that's what if one of us dies and we just make a Flash reference? I feel like you've done this before.
Yeah. Wait a minute. I feel like I've been here before.
Yeah.
What?
Wait, what?
What are you talking about?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know, dude. It's
not even a nitpick. It's a main feature. That is the third act. Is that time loop going back and forth and back and forth, and then the movie makes up this rule of you can't save him.
Yep.
Even though we've clearly seen before that messing with the past, yes, it messes with the future, and for some reason the past, but it does change things because spaghetti noodles cross.
Yeah, they cross. And then eventually back here is different. And front.
And then eventually you get some wet spaghetti noodles.
Yeah, it becomes a mess.
Spaghetti!
Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah.
Now, it's just like that whole third act is just ruined by that whole, like, when you wrap your head around it, it doesn't make sense at all.
Yeah, it's the same sort of vibe that I had with Black Adam, where when you
Black
get
Adam
out of
actually didn't have time travel, so I enjoyed that ending more, probably.
Dude, 100%. Yeah. That one was just annoying because it was like, all right, Demon from Hell #3.
Dude, that was annoying because the guy's like, you can't go past this cage. Anyway, I'm gonna... Boop! You can come through. I'm gonna. Oh, I died, but it's like what?
Hey, don't come in here! Don't come in here! All right, I'm dead. You can come through.
yeah.
But back to the Flash.
Back to the Flash.
We have the big old loop. Young Flash gets stabbed a million times and creates a big old suit.
Yeah. So he didn't die from any of those lacerations. I guess his regen powers like formed around the blades. Basically, he gets stabbed in the arm, and it's like a badass shredder blade, like
And then he explains, he was like, the reason that you got entered into my time in the first place was because at some point, instead of looping back to save Batman, I looped forward to get to the point where you were dropped off, and then I ran to the top of the marble, so that way when you showed up I could run back down, push you out, then go back and keep doing the whole
because every time you show up you kill your mom, and that's obnoxious. And then like I hate that shit. And then Flash convinces him with like 2 sentences.
He's like, well, damn.
Speaking facts.
Well, I wish I would have told myself that sooner.
Oh man,
dude, I thought it was gonna go hard for a second. How hard would it have been? If the big reveal, get this, is that young Flash that turns into old Buzz Lightyear Flash. There's a lot of Toy Story references.
There is,
He goes, and he's the one who originally kills the mom.
Dude, that'd be hype. That'd be cool. Yeah, wait, why did they not do that?
Right?
Yeah.
That would have been badass. And then it's like, it was me, Barry.
Dude, it's just...
That would have been so good. And it would have, like, made that part, now that's satisfying. Now I know.
Yeah.
And now that's the ultimate realization of, I really can't change the past. Now what Batman says makes sense.
Yeah.
Now everything lines up.
Dude.
But no.
And I don't know if they were, like, seeing Marvel comments under Black Panther or something. They're like, we cannot have Reverse Flash in. That would not be cool. That's just a recolor. I'm like, Reverse Flash is the one instance where you want him in over the bladed purple dude.
This. Well, Jacob, what's his name?
Barry.
No, I learned. I don't know what it is.
Wait, he's actually a guy?
That is actually a guy.
Oh, I'm a fake fan then, I guess.
I don't know who it is.
Purple.
But it's a guy. Yeah, purple Flash villain. Yeah, who do we got?
Eclipso. That's definitely not. He did not have a cape like that.
Yeah.
Magenta.
I mean, from what I saw in the comics, it does look like it looks like how he did in the movie.
Wow.
Like he's all like splintered or whatever.
Yeah.
Purple.
Bashir Malik. Named Psyche. Is a former resident of Central City and the Avatar of the Sage Force. Here, 8 clues to the Flash's villain twist. Okay. The true identity of the new Dark Flash. Its name is Dark Flash.
Dark Flash.
Bruh.
Okay. Okay.
It's literally. It's like, okay, it's the end of the DCEU or whatever. Why can't they just make him wearing a yellow suit? And just, like, the fans are like, that's hype.
Just throw in the yellow suit.
Red eyes. His eyes are going purple. Make them red.
That's it. That's it. Maybe they were like, we don't know how to give him the yellow suit. Maybe he went so fast that the suit died over time. I don't know.
Oh, it's not Barry Allen. It's Professor Zoom or whatever the frick. So
Professor Zoom.
I'm pretty sure that's his name.
Speedo.
Man, it fell hard.
Yeah.
And then basically, Barry Allen goes. He goes and takes the tomato. He sees his past self go, I love you, Mom.
Yeah.
And then he's like, all right, that's kind of cringe in retrospect looking at that. I'm just kidding. He didn't say that.
Little cringe-o.
Then he grabbed the tomato, or actually, no, he was crying. Then makes his mom go, oh, man, I'm sure your mom misses you. And it's like trying to do that smart thing where it winks at the audience.
Yeah,
like,
where it's like, she knows.
Yeah, she knows.
No, she doesn't. The kid's like 8.
yeah.
Like,
and then,
what are you talking about?
dude. And then he's like, oh, mom. And then he's like, he does a thing. Then he puts the tomato sauce right where he left it. And then like, yeah.
And then he looks up and he's like, wait a minute, there's the camera.
Yeah.
So then.
Why didn't he show up on the camera too, by the way? Wait, they were looking for when the dad went, not the mom. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So then he puts the thing back up. Yeah. So, okay.
He puts the tomatoes back on the shelf right where he got them from, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then he puts them back up on top of the shelf. So that way the dad has to look up.
And he did that after. I missed that.
Yeah. He put it like on top of the shelf.
Oh, I thought he just put it right where he left it. Okay.
I see what you're saying.
I guess I blanked out. I don't remember him going like this.
Yeah, no, he like looked up at the camera and then he was like, he picked it back up and put it on top.
Okay, cool. That was a huge plot hole I was triggered about for the longest time. Yeah.
But there's still a little bit of a plot hole here.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe it's not a plot. Maybe it's a nitpick.
Yeah. Okay.
Let me know in the comments down below. But then keep in mind, this is a shelf full of tomatoes.
Yeah.
The only difference is that this one tomato is on top of the shelf now. Mm-hmm. Just the one. It's filled with more tomatoes. So then the dad comes in, and then Barry goes back to current day, and then they're in the courthouse, and then it shows the video, and then the guy's like, this was damning evidence. Until now.
Yeah.
Then it shows, then instead of the dad going like, I got the tomatoes. Let me grab the tomatoes real quick.
Yep.
Now it's him going, well, let me grab the tomatoes up here. Let me get these tomatoes.
Yeah,
but here's the thing. Why did it matter? Like,
he grabbed the exact same tomato can his dad did.
Yeah, like how did he coincidentally know that he would grab that tomato can?
True. He should have moved them all up there.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it would have been weird, but like it would have worked.
It would have.
But like, here's my perspective. If we go to the grocery store right now, and you want a thing of Gatorade, and you see right in front of you 20 Gatorades, but there's one Gatorade on the top shelf, are you getting that Gatorade?
No, because it's like, why is it separated? That's probably someone messed with that one.
Yeah, someone probably moved that one.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, what would have been really funny is like, let's say the dad goes to get a thing of tomatoes, and then he's looking down, and then he looks up, and he's like, what's that can of tomatoes doing up there? Anyway.
He could have looked, yeah.
Yeah, just to be
Same thing, yeah.
It's a good thing that can of tomatoes was in a really weird spot.
True. Oh, man.
But yeah, so basically George Clooney shows up, which is like the worst Batman. He was in two.
Yeah.
He was in like either one or two films, and they were both horrible. And then they were like, this is the Batman they want to see. There is not one. I double checked. I watched a video that was like all references in The Flash. There was not one single Christian Bale Batman reference.
Bro.
Like, bro, how sick would it have been? How sick?
If
cool. Christian Bale showed up.
Mm-hmm.
Christian Bale Batman. That would have been so hype. I would have genuinely been like, I'm pumped.
Yeah.
To see where this goes. I don't care where George Clooney Batman goes.
It's similar. I mean, even if it's Christian Bale, he would have just said 3 lines and left. You know?
Oh yeah.
It would have been cool to see him.
It would have been false hope.
Yeah.
False hope.
But it's not like Spider-Man Far From Home or whatever the frick that one's called.
Yeah.
Because like the Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, like they show up, you know, they're from old movies and they're like saying awesome stuff. The writing's good. George Clooney, I forgot what he said. I don't remember what he said. He's like, hey there, Alan, Barry.
Hey there, Barry. He goes, wait a minute, you're not Bruce Wayne? He's like,
yeah.
Well, yeah. I think I am.
Yeah, and then Flash is like, and then his tooth falls out. And then that's the end of the movie.
Oh, wait, no.
True,
you
not
forgot.
the end of the movie. Yes.
Then his crush comes up to him and is like, why don't you ask me on a date? And he goes, I guess so. Oh, we completely skipped over their like fake date earlier in the movie.
Oh yeah. We skipped like the second. Oh yeah, basically there's a whole thing where the Flash doesn't get his powers back. He gives younger Flash powers. He loses them. Then Supergirl helps him out, brings him up in the clouds.
Yeah. Sort of a waste of 30 minutes.
Yeah, honestly, yeah, that part was a slow part.
Yeah, yeah.
That was exciting or anything.
That was the part where I was like,
yeah. Huh. Yeah, dude. And then at the very end,
after 5 minutes of credits, we get the big reveal.
It's not. This is like, don't even say, guys. It's not worth it.
It's not even a reveal. It's just
Jason Momoa being drunk.
Yeah.
He leaves a bar. He's like, "Oh, Barry, I need more beer. Why don't you get drunk with me?" "Oh, my metabolism doesn't allow me to get drunk. I can't because I'm the Flash."
Yeah.
"Oh, well, take my ring." Oh, he falls in a puddle. Oh, get it? He can breathe underwater. Like, oh, yeah, take my ring. I'm the king of this puddle.
Yep.
Yay. And then it's like, this is what we're...
Yeah.
This is the shoe into the new DC movies universe. Thank you.
Like, woohoo.
Yeah.
And, dude, I foolishly...
Yep.
I was a fool, Jacob.
Yeah.
For some odd reason, when he was like, take my ring...
Yeah.
Bro, I was an idiot, bro.
Oh, yeah?
I, for some reason, was like, oh, Green Lantern?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, dude, they could have done like $1 billion references. That would have been better.
Like, oh, okay, never mind. It's like, well, nope, Aquaman's here, and he's here to stay.
Like, why don't they just go to the crappy marble? Like, it's like a freaking purple one or something. And then it says, like, Earth number, whatever the canon DC Earth is.
Yeah.
And then it like goes into something more interesting, like, I don't know. Instead of like some throwaway scene of being drunk. I don't
like
care,
funny.
Bro.
Like I don't know, even just do like the throwaway like Avengers 1 Thanos thing where it's just evil dude for the next movie shows up and he's like, "Hey, get you, baby."
Yep.
Perfect.
Yep.
Perfect. Fine. Great. You know, yellow, freaking Reverse Flash, anything like that.
Dude, yeah.
But that's about it.
That's it, yeah.
Anything else? Any final things before we give it a rating?
No, that's about it. I think I complained enough. For real.
Yep.
I give it like 3 out of 5. I think it's average. Maybe 2.5 out of 5. It's average. It's good.
Yeah.
It's not bad. Yeah. It's fine.
I'm going to give it a solid... I'm going to give it a solid 3. I'm going to give it, again, a little bit of a benefit of the doubt. There were moments where I did quite enjoy the film.
Yeah.
But the thing is, when you start reading into it, as soon as you start thinking about any of the scenes, a lot of it starts to fall apart very quickly. But
agreed.
There is a lot of love here and there. There's little bits of passion that I can respect.
Yeah.
But there's just so many like iffy things in the... Help.
Yeah.
Just there's so many iffy things. So a solid 3 out of 5. But guys, thank you so much for watching The Flash Gentleman Discuss. We shall see you on the next Gentleman Discuss.
See you guys later.
Let's go. See you.